I want to make a very warm welcome for Cheryl Dewar. Cheryl has been involved in many things throughout our community, but today I've invited her to come and speak a little bit about Camp McDougall, involvement in Camp McDougall, and again, letting our presence be known that as retired teachers, we're out there doing good things. Cheryl, could you give us a little bit about Camp McDougall and your involvement?
Well, Camp McDougall's a United Church camp, and at the present time, we're the only United Church camp that's remained open in Northern Ontario. One of the things that we have found in the last couple of years is that because of our reputation in the camps that we run, that we're getting more and more campers each year from Southern Ontario. Parents will drive them up to the camp and maybe go on a holiday themselves and then come back and pick up the kids. We service, even though it is a United Church camp, we do not turn anyone away. We have sponsorship programs for those that are not able to afford the registration fee, and we ask from the parents that way to contribute as much as they can within their budgets. Churches sponsor campers for us also, so that more and more children have the experience of enjoying nature and the aspects that the camp does offer to them with the various programs. Over the years, when the camp first started out, it was all staffed by volunteer people. However, as time has changed, now our staff is paid. And this is sort of leads us to the fact that we now have to do fundraising to get money. The churches make donations and support us through that way. We go out after various sponsors that will contribute either supplies when we're trying to rebuild some of our buildings that need rebuilding and repairing, whether it's a roof on a camp or what have you. Over the years, there have been a number of teachers, even before they retired, that have supported the camp in many different ways, whether it's coming down to the camp on the work days that we have to get the camp ready for the season, or at the end of the year when we're closing the camp. We can always use extra hands at that point, that they contribute in this way. Some have come down and have been a chaplain for the week, for the camps. The camp is open to campers from 8 to 14, and they come for 5 days. They come in on a Sunday around 4 and leave on the Friday around 4. Each year that they're down there, we've been very, very fortunate to have an excellent cook, and that's one of the highlights of the campers. When they go home, they talk about the good food that they've had.
Well, I know I have fond memories of the camp up north, camping days, and I was a cookie. That means helper for the cook. You know, Cheryl, it seemed to me a while back, Retired Teachers as an organization applied for a grant, and we applied for a grant for Camp McDougall because we believed so much in the good things happening there. And that was for renovations, I believe.
Yes, it was, and we were very, very appreciative of getting that money because it helped us to do some reconstruction of some of our buildings that we had. Approximately 4 years ago, the Thessalon area was hit with a microburst, and that included the camp and our lodge that we called Elma Lodge, which it slept some of the staff and a first aid area and so on, was totally destroyed and had to be removed. Well, along with that were a number of trees that had to come down, so that's all having to be replaced, and we're in a process of replacing that as we go on and we get the funds available. But yes, without the grant from RTO, we wouldn't have been able to do some of the upgrading that we did from that money.
Because I know there were people physically involved going down. But the interesting thing, when I mentioned that I was going to talk to you about Camp McDougall today to a person on the phone, a much younger person than I am, they said to me, "Oh, I went to Camp McDougall and it was such a fond memory." And yet I would say that young lady is well in her 30s now. So that camp has to be at least 50 years old. Am I correct in that?
Yes, we had a 50th anniversary 5 years ago, I believe it was now. And
Wow.
so it's been in existence at least 55 years.
And it's saying there's still a need.
Definitely still a need. For the campers, in some cases, it gives them a break from the hot days in the city, and they haven't been able to explore nature, and so they come to Camp McDougall, and that's the type of program we run.
On behalf of that community out there, we appreciate the volunteering that you do with the organization to make this come to full fruition. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.